After famously not recruiting over the summer, Spurs' central midfield is in dire need of extra depth. Ahead of their game against Chelsea, we went to Wembley to ask Spurs fans what position they should strengthen in January.
Midfield, centre mid for sure.
Defensive midfield.
Midfielder. I think the midfield's midfield. I think we need a sort of ball-playing centre mid.
Someone holding up playing that midfield, I think. And maybe someone up front to give Harry Kane a hand.
Well, they need backup for Harry Kane, definitely.
To get a backup striker, I think we still lack that.
Well, we could do with a good understudy to Harry Kane.
Striker and midfield.
Another attacking midfielder.
In midfield as well.
Dembele's not getting any younger and things like that, so you'd probably want a bit more strength and depth there, I'd say.
The Harry Winks position, it's in there.
I don't think we need to strengthen anything.
I think we've got a great team.
We don't need to buy anybody. We've got a fantastic reserve squad.
Dele Alli.
We never Dele Alli, we do.
So that's what the fans think. Now let's put it to the numbers.
To answer our question about where Tottenham should recruit, we dived into the numbers and found that the biggest performance change for them this season has been in midfield, especially the form of Moussa Dembele. Over the last few seasons, Dembele's deep central midfield role has seen him act as a pressure valve in possession, using his ball carrying and passing skills to advance the ball into attacking areas. However, more recently, he's been less effective at getting into these advanced areas. Moussa Dembele's playing style is reflected in his player persona. During peak Dembele seasons, his persona was based around ball carrying and build-up passing, along with his defensive work. However, this season he's been doing much more defensive work with a hugely reduced attacking output, especially in terms of ball carrying, where his successful ball carries per game has more than halved. So with his drop in attacking output and recent injury problems, it might be sensible for Spurs to look to life post-peak Dembele. Using our player persona comparison tool, we look for the top 3 possible replacements for Dembele at Spurs. Our player matcher came out with 3 clear similar players. The first is Stanislav Lobotka of Celta Vigo. He's very similar in terms of build-up passing and defensive work, but doesn't quite match up in ball carrying. Another suggestion is Lewis Cook of Bournemouth, who comes out as a Premier League-based suggestion. His game is also based around build-up passing and defensive work, and while he's no slouch carrying the ball, he still doesn't quite reach Dembele levels. Our final suggestion is a bit of a wild card. Only 21 years old, Asana Diouf of Saint-Etienne would be a risk, but he's also got the most similar playing style to Dembele of the 3 suggestions. This is impressive, especially in terms of ball carrying and defensive work, and he might even edge Dembele on passing ability. So overall, we recommend that Spurs come up with a backup for Moussa Dembele with 3 main suggestions, either Lewis Cook of Bournemouth, Stanislav Lobotka of Celta Vigo, or Asana Diouf of Saint-Etienne.
So there we have it. Spurs should be lining up replacements for Dembele, and Lennon has a few suggestions for them. Where should we go next? Let us know in the comments below, but in the meantime, this has been 3 Minute Myths, delusions debunked in 180 seconds.